The taste of revolution.
It's hot. Revolution is here.
Revolution is this hot. Is the taste. Is what's in my cup right now, like this. When you hear that there's a freaking global protest happening soon, that's how great it tastes.
It's like in mere hours.
Yes.
The world is going to see what Africa is doing.
It's about time that we get out there and we do the needful.
Yes.
As Africans, actually it should be as humans. Even the white folks, I want to see some white folks in this protest, in this global protest. Not just black people. Yes, of course, he has inspired the black race. Captain Ibrahim Traore. This should have been obvious to you people. If it's not, I'm so sorry. But it's never too late. This particular revolution train is welcoming. You're welcome to come and start studying, start learning, start being inspired, get on the bandwagon, and begin and join the movement. It's a movement,
Yes, of course. Like Burkina Faso has now become like ground zero for a wave of revolutionary anti-imperialism movements.
And it's for human rights.
Yes, it's true.
These people want just human rights.
Basic.
The right to self-determination. We want to be able to determine what we want to do with our own natural resources. That's not too much to ask.
Yes.
That's what you people do. Your imperialism nature, your character, your will, you need to come out here and want to be first, like Trump says all the time. It's from this moment, like that inauguration speech that he had in 2016 when he first won in his first term. From this moment on, it'll be America first. America first. What is that? The right to self-determinate.
Yes.
The right to do things your own way, to look after yourself, to consider your people, made in America, not in China, trade wars, all this crap, all this tariff stuff that's happening, all these trade wars. It's because they want to be able to do things for themselves, for the good and better of the American people. We want a better life. So, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the leader of Burkina Faso,
Yes.
just wants the same thing.
He also wants to say, yes, this is directly from Burkina Faso. We make it ourselves. We produce it ourselves. We manufacture it ourselves. And we export it. Yes.
We benefit from it.
Yes.
Yes, we don't need to export raw materials all the time so that you guys can have your industries out there to produce these finished products and then sell it back to us. No. Museveni is actually on the same train. I've also always liked that particular dictator. I don't like the fact that he dictates too much. I don't like the fact that he's been in power for far too long. I feel like there's a form of free speech that's suppressed a little bit there in that Kampala, in that East Africa. But the good and the bad, Sometimes a puppet is good in a very narrow road, huh? Not all the time.
Very slim chance that we give him of a good praise.
Yes, the puppet. With the puppets, the bad outweighs the good.
Yes, yes.
Like Museveni, I like his stance on that whole. There's only men and women here, huh? And we don't export raw materials. We're going to industrialize our own place. If you need some of these materials, you have to come here and invest and build plants and industries, create the jobs, create the factories, and yes, we can barter, we can get along. So I've always liked him on that end. But
on the human rights part, that is also a part that we disagree with.
It's not just him, it's him and that Paul Kagame.
Hey.
Thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate the fact that you've taken the time to watch us. If it's your first time here, feel free to subscribe. Welcome to this channel where we make sure that we remain as real and as authentic as possible. What you see is what you get. Unscripted, we keep moving. You guys should know already everything that's happening in the geopolitical space of the African movement. Woo, what a beautiful time to be alive as Pan-Africanists, especially, huh?
You feel it in you. You feel it now, especially in the past week. We feel it in our bones. We feel it in our spirit.
You feel it in your bones?
Yes, man.
I haven't felt it in my bones.
I felt it in my bones.
Did you guys feel it in your bones? In your bones?
I feel it in my bones because it's like I said it to you before. It's like it's like a proud moment when you actually open your phone and you see, hey, people are talking about Burkina Faso. There's pride, there's solidarity amongst Africans and beyond. So it's nice.
This is the first time in my existence when I've seen this kind of unity that's happening, especially around black folks. You know, Black Lives Matter, it was mostly an American thing, although there was some protests in Europe here and there and all that kind of thing, but not so much in Africa. The Africans did not really partake in that particular George Floyd protest that happened in Black Lives Matter. But this one reminds me of Malcolm X. Malcolm X. One second. Malcolm X. I want to play this for you guys to see, to hear. You guys know this. You guys are familiar to this. If you're not familiar to this, then you are going to be familiar to it now. I'm just going to hit play here. Just listen to the words. Let me put the mic there so you guys can hear.
When black people wake up and become intellectually independent enough to think for themselves, as other humans are intellectually independent enough to think for themselves, then the black man will think like a black man. And he will feel for other black people. And this new thinking and feeling will cause black people to stick together. And then at that point, you'll have a situation where when you attack one black man, you are attacking all black men. And this type of black thinking will cause all black people to stick together. And this type of thinking also will bring an end to the brutality inflicted upon black people by white people. And it is the only thing that will bring an end to it. No federal court, state court, or city court will bring an end to it. It's something that the black man has to bring an end to himself. When black people wake up and become intellectually
so true.
Yes.
It's so true.
As other humans are intellectually independent enough to think for themselves, then the black man will think like a black man. And he will feel for other black people. And this new thinking and feeling will cause black people to stick together. And then at that point, you'll have a situation where when you attack one black man, you are attacking all black men. And this type of black thinking will cause all black people to stick together. And this type of thinking also will bring an end to the brutality inflicted upon black people by white people. And it is the only thing that will bring an end to it. No federal court, state court, or city court will bring an end to it. It's something that the black man has to bring an end to himself. When black people...
Yo, that word by Malcolm X is manifested today.
Oh, yes. For sure. I like that part when a black man becomes intellectually sound.
When the black person starts to think.
Yes.
And he means to say it only takes one.
Yeah.
When one particular black Captain Ibrahim Traoré admires and he wants to stand up and have independent thought, independently, when he'll feel free to master the courage to have critical thinking, he'll be able to garner the attentions of all the black people around him.
Inspire.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then in that particular case, when it so happens that the black man loves the way that he feels, so independent, to be able to do things for himself, to think for himself, not to be dictated upon. Not to live in some fake-ass independent world where you've signed, your funding forefathers have signed colonial pacts. So all you have to do is just come out here and pretend to be a head of state. Meanwhile, you're a freaking puppet because you're economically tied down to a system that's been put in place by colonial rulers.
Yes, we need to be untangled from those colonial economic pacts and military entanglements.
Yeah.
No more.
You know, a lot of people don't actually pay attention to those colonial pacts. Those colonial pacts for the continuation of colonization. They made these puppets sign these freaking documents.
Yes.
Mali tried to play hard back in those days, and Mali was taught a lesson. It actually feels good that Mali is also one of the countries here that's a part of this confederation in West Africa. It feels good.
Yeah.
They didn't cower down like Ivory Coast cowered down after what they did to Ivory Coast in 2010 by bombing that freaking state house. That's why Ivory Coast is a puppet of a freaking nation right now. Not the people. We love the people of Ivory Coast.
Yes.
And Benin. But your government, your puppets, it's unapologetic. This is the era of being unapologetic. This is the era of not freaking beating around the bush. We come out here and we call a spade a spade. It's a revolution. You cannot pick your words during a freaking revolution. If your feelings are hurt, so be it. But here, we are fighting for our future. For our future. It's a beautiful thing to be alive in this particular day, in this moment. So this attention that Ibrahim Traore has been able to, Ibrahim Traore, there's no strategy, there's no blueprint on how to go about this. When it's your time, it's your time. He didn't know that everybody would love him. He didn't know that it would end up like this way. Kenyans are protesting for what's happening in Burkina Faso. When Nigerians are out here protesting for Burkina Faso, for Ibrahim Traore, it's so freaking beautiful. It gives me shivers every time I really go deep and think about it.
Now you see it, shivers. It's in your bones.
Shivers?
You feel it in your bones.
Yes, I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my bones. It's a beautiful thing to know that the whole freaking world is coming out here to protest. That's why I call it Global Black Resistance.
Yes.
United with Captain Ibrahim Traore. This time there's no time for Afrophobia. There's no time for any of that crap. There's no time of talk about your own country. Hey, South Africa, listen, Black South Africa especially. We gotta go to Black South Africa. Remember that time when I would really go in on them?
Yes.
Even still, there's still a lot of work to do there. We haven't forgotten about you people. But they have the tendency also to come out here and tell Pan-Africanists, this is the movement, this is our movement. And I'm glad that a lot of you guys are understanding that it's also your movement, but there are still some bad apples out here who don't know it, who have the tendency to pick and choose when they want to be a part of this African unity. Right now, for a lot of these fake-ass people who are here, they've always criticized the principle of African unity. Go and unite in your own country. Leave us alone. Black South Africa.
Yes.
Black South Africa is quiet right now. Because anybody who comes out here to critique this particular movement shall be dealt with. They'll get some freaking backlash. It's unreal. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. You cannot be saying, what about your own country? No. Clearly people are out there worrying about another person's country.
Concerned.
Yes, concerned.
Yes, doing the needful. The thing is this, my Black South African people, let's stay with you for a little bit. Those whites-only towns will not go away by themselves. They will only keep growing and blossoming and coming out here and becoming too freaking healthy. You have to deal with them. It's also a system that you must stand against. It's not going to go away by itself.
No matter how many times they say it's privately owned, it's the idea of it that you cannot live there or you have to be Afrikaans to live there.
That is an apartheid regime.
Yes.
There's no place in this world for discrimination.
Yeah.
To pick and choose. Look here, everybody has the right to self-determination. They love to hide behind that freaking term, that phrase. We have the right to self-determinate as Afrikaners down here. Listen here, whether you are Afrikaner or whether you are, I wanted to use the word Tutsi. Even Tutsis, understand? You Tutsis, you have the right to self-determination, yes, in East Africa. But it doesn't mean you should impose it on other people.
Yes.
And definitely don't come out here and try to create systems of division.
Yes, exactly. Because if you look again, also like the Cape Independence, their flag is British. Okay, former colonizers, and even now Orania, their supposed colors, already the name is Orania, and the apartheid flag was orange and white, and what was the other color? Blue. So there's a system there that no other colors but white must live there.
They want to look. That freaking system of whites only town in South Africa, we stand against that and we will never compromise about that. And you black South Africans, we will continue to call you out until you do the needful. The moment you start to do the needful, guess what? A whole freaking movement around Africa will stand behind you.
Yes.
And those people will have no choice but to abolish that freaking system. The reason why the whole world, the whole African community is standing behind Burkina Faso is because truly everybody knows that what Captain Ibrahim Traore is doing is for the good and better of the Burkina Bay people.
Yes.
Captain Ibrahim is so important that it's not only for Burkina Faso. What he represents now is bigger than Burkina Faso. This is a global freaking system. This is a global movement. A whole race. For far too long, imperialism has ruled, has dictated, has convinced, has been able to puppeteer our leaders. They become puppets of note. It's become a trend. It's a way of life. It's natural to be a puppet out here. Look, we have puppets in these African nations who are staying in power for freaking decades. But they have nothing to show for.
Exactly.
Can you give me an example of one of these, of such a place where we have dictators here in Africa for decades?
For decades, it will be Uganda.
For example,
Cameroon.
Paul Biya, yes.
Obiang's,
the Equatorial Guinea. All these puppets, every single puppet that you've mentioned here now, those particularly three names, those three countries, every single head of state, every single puppet in position right now in those three countries have been there for more than 40 years.
Hey.
40 years.
Ridiculous.
40 years, these people should have infrastructure in the sky by now because you've been able to pass every single freaking policy. You've been able to dictate to do whatever that you wish. It just shows you that these puppets have no vision.
They're only in it for... They have a vision. They have a vision to improve their bank accounts. They have a vision to improve their generational wealth in their own family. That's it.
They have no freaking vision for the African people.
No.
They have no vision. No African president should come out here and only do things that are related to that part of Africa or that particular nation. You have puppets, listen to me. You have a responsibility as the head of state of any country in Africa. Any decision you make, you must consider one true, simple principle out here. How will it sit with the entire African continent? These puppets are acting like students that were failing at school.
Yes.
They're out here making short-term freaking decisions or decisions that only affect the whole Africa negatively.
Yeah.
But if it suits them,
like a quick fix.
Like if it's a short-term type of, like a short, doesn't go too far. It's only for the grandees. This is good only for the Rwandese.
Yeah.
Understand? Kigali, it's clean. Kigali is safe. Excellency. Excuse me, that's at the expense of your neighboring country. All that freaking invasion, all that ability to come out here and back up a rebel group that's committing atrocities in Congo, just so that you can have freaking clean streets there in Kigali. We stand against that. In this particular time of revolution, it's not just revolution against the freaking West, where we tell the West to keep the freaking hands off our countries, but it's also a resolution to wake these freaking puppets up.
Yes.
Yes, all the puppets of Africa, we're going to put them on the side of the West. You understand? Wherever that freaking Michael Langley is, that's where Paul Biya is also. That's where the Obiangs are. That's where Museveni is. That's where Paul Kagame is. That's where Sassou Nguesso is. That's where most of all these freaking puppets that have always worked for the interests of the West.
Yes.
We are marching. We are protesting. It's a revolution against those puppets too. Because they've always been on that side.
Yeah.
They have benefited from our raw materials, from our natural resources. They are the freaking trade sellouts. Every sellout, this revolution also goes against all of you freaking sellouts. Yes, you have that skin, we see it, but that's a fake skin. That's an imperialistic attitude that you have, you puppets. Ivory Coast. Ouattara.
Ivory Coast is a well-known carved-out puppet for the West.
That
is
one,
it.
that one just looks like a. Just look at his face.
He just looks sneaky to me.
Alusene Ouattara.
Yes.
Just look at his face.
He looks like someone who honestly just says, yes, sir. Okay, yes, sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir, I can do that. I'll come back to you now, yes.
He goes far beyond yes, yes, yes. Like I said before, Alusene Ouattara suggests to his masters how to go about destabilizing Burkina Faso. How to go about penetrating the Sahel. Alusene Ouattara is worse than a puppet. Oh, that one, there's no two ways to put it. Don't come out here and give this puppet the benefit of the doubt. This particular puppet gives all the secrets away. Is a true definition of a sellout.
Yeah.
Just look at him. This guy just chills in France a lot. Even that Paul Biya, there was a time he was just chilling in France. You chilling in France when your freaking country's in chaos? What the hell?
He's honestly sipping champagne there, and then these people are struggling for clean water.
Paul Biya belongs in an old age home. Paul Biya belongs in an old age home. Look, if you are... Some people have a sense of humor here and they get it. They understand that being real with these issues, not beating around the bush with these issues, is a form of respecting yourself.
Yes, because it's not even an insult to say, Paul Biya, come on, you need to be in an old age home. It's not an insult.
It's not, look, we care about you.
It's better for you.
Yes, it's better for you, and most especially, it's for the good and better of millions and millions and millions of Cameroonians,
yes,
of Africans. Like I said before, we have a duty, as much as we finally now understand that we Africans should be sticking together. And if you attack one of us, you attack all of us, regardless of which part of Al Kabulain. As much as we now understand that, we should also take this same initiative not to be sleeping on these freaking puppets that are out here for decades. You understand? It doesn't have to take a freaking Michael Langley to get you Africans to wake up. It's unfortunate that it takes the shit. You understand what I'm saying? Oof. The S word came out, huh?
It had to, because it's upsetting, man.
It's unfortunate that it's only through chaos that we get an epiphany and say, wait a minute, we need to wake up. That's because people are out here sleeping. You see, God knows that African unity is our only way out. God knows.
Yeah.
And now God is the one that's out here orchestrating this whole movement.
Yeah.
This revolutionary period. God is the one that's in charge of all this. And now it's like, whether you guys like it or not, you guys are sleeping out there. I'm going to get one of your own to come out here and confess in the Senate that these are their plans. And when I do that, that's what you people need, so that I can stir that spirit inside you for you people to say, wait a minute, that's crap. Because you people are out here sleeping. If Michael Langley didn't come out here and confess like this and showcase this arrogance in that Senate, black folks will still be sleeping.
They wouldn't be talking about Ibrahim Traore as much as what they're doing now. That coup attempt, the recent coup attempt, would not be so publicly publicized.
Yes. Meanwhile, this is coup number freaking 20.
Yes.
Where were you at coup number 1? Coup number 2? Coup number 3? Coup number 4? You were sleeping. You understand?
Yes.
It almost begs the question, why are we out now? Why are we truly upset? Or are we just the type to follow the hype? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, because some people are saying, "Oh, I need to ride on this thing that's going viral, that's
Yes.
trending. It's gonna help me."
Yes. Are you only here for the ride? Or do you really truly understand why we're doing this? Hello? Take it from a Pan-Africanist. Take it from people who've been doing this way before these freaking coups. Take it from people who've been supporting Ibrahim Traore since coup number 1.
Yay.
You understand what I'm saying? Not coup number 2. Take it from people who've been supporting Captain Ibrahim Traoré even way before Michael Langley.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? We've been out here, not to blow our own horn, but just to let you know, we need to put a reminder in there. We need to let them know. We need to ask them, why are you protesting? We hope to God that you're protesting because you know and you understand. You have the wisdom to understand what Captain Ibrahim Traoré stands for.
Yes.
What he represents. We're talking about global black resistance.
Yes.
We're talking about abolishing every single colonial pact. $500 billion was given to France annually from its colonies. What kind of freaking independence is that? Are you guys awake now?
Yes.
And if you didn't know, we understand. At least you're getting to really understand the true meaning of the times we find ourselves in now. Because it's no joke.
No, because Traore is becoming a revolutionary icon.
Becoming who he is.
He is.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Rectify me. He is a revolutionary icon. Because now he's being compared to Thomas Sankara. He's being Patrice Lumumba. Yes.
Yes, he is. And when last, name me, even, sorry, we need to mention this, okay? This is our time. If you're too freaking sensitive for this, you're welcome to bounce. When last did you see name anyone from any race or any gender who has been able to get people to rally positively behind them like this in this recent times, in this modern day and age, in my lifetime? Who has been the one to besides these names you mentioned?
Yeah.
Dr. Malcolm X, the Martin Luther Kings, the Quavos, the this, the that, who's been able to get the support of an entire race and so many people around the world to come out here and say, we're going to protest on the 30th of April 2025. We're going to go here, all around the world. They shall hear this. They should never, ever. And this particular individual came in through a coup.
Yeah. Who knew that when he did that, the world would be talking about him right now like this, in such a positive light?
Yeah. And talking about coups, this shows you the difference between these coups in Burkina Faso, in Mali, in Niger, the difference between these 3 coups and that one in Gabon.
Yeah.
You see, there's a difference over there. Okay, it's very different. Those ones in Gabon. Okay, so the coup. That has always been the tactics of the West. They've always come out here to substitute different puppets the way they feel like through freaking orchestrated coups.
Yes.
You understand? That one in Gabon is also a puppet of note. He's a young puppet, huh? They put him in early. The intentions is to keep him in there for freaking decades. It serves France best when these freaking puppets are out here for decades. We don't need to retrain them. We don't need to substitute them. We don't need to do much. The puppet is there.
He understands what his role is. Just listen to what we want and execute.
The Western world, France in this particular case, since we're talking about Burkina Faso, their only intention, their only aim, their only agenda is not only to aim or to try to get rid of the Capitan, but they're thinking way past the Capitan. They're thinking, we need to do it in such a way where we teach the entire freaking African continent never to even try this shit again.
Yeah, they want to put it in a way where you can't just kick France out. We're gonna take action.
besides that, yes, that, but it's, yes, their survival depends upon them still profiting or benefiting from Africa. France is nothing, nada, without what it gets from Africa, from all those colonies. Gabon, very rich in oil. Burkina Faso, very rich in gold. Niger, very rich in uranium, and so on. So much natural resources. And all this, they colonize, that France still keeps benefiting.
Yes.
So we cannot do without these colonies. And this freaking trend that's not happening where these ones feel the right or the need. You know what pisses France off the most? Is the fact that they have nukes. They have all this weaponry, they have tech, they have the ability, they have money, they have the euros. But these freaking monkeys down there are pissing us off. We need to keep following international law. We can't just
do that.
We can't just get in there. It pisses them off. It pisses them off. They're out here just saying, we're going to beat these people at their own game.
Yeah.
We're going to use some of them. We're going to train freaking agents out here and penetrate the Sahel.
Because they already have that entry point of Ouattara.
We have technology, right? We have drones, we have guns, we have all of these things. These puppets don't have. They are struggling. They want it. They're fighting to be able to produce. They don't have nothing. Imagine being in a position of knowing that I have all the equipments and all the means to deal with this freaking adversary. But I cannot because of the freaking law here. You'll still think in your head, I need to find another route.
Yes.
To still deal with them. And I sit with the United Nations Security Council. I'm a veto member. Not these freaking people.
They just keep the seat warm.
Not these freaking people. So we need to do our utmost best to come out here and get rid of this freaking threat. That's how France thinks. Behind closed doors.
Yeah, that croissant, which is Macron, he is just wanting just to push a button. He just wants to give the go-ahead. Behind
closed doors, that's when the real talk, the real, true, authentic opinion about Burkina Faso, these people. So, we are so excited about these times. We know that this moment in history, we are actually living. These are the days. I said it before, but I'm going to say it again, and those that have an ear will hear. We are living, you have to go deep in you right now here to hear this one, to get it. These are the days of Thomas Sankara. Oh, hello. Yes. It's the spirit. It's the spirit. These are the days of Thomas Sankara. These are the days of Cuomo. These are the days of we are now again. We find ourselves in the days of Patrice Lumumba.
Yes.
That spirit is alive and well right now. It's the one that's in control.
Brewing.
Yes, it's a revolutionary period.
Yes.
Yeah, we are in a revolutionary period. It's got that thing in the air. And what a beautiful moment to be a part of it. Because, look, you have to be a part. If you're sleeping still, if you still have the same perception and the same opinion of these freaking imperialistic countries, how you are sleeping, my friend, you need to wake up. You need to realize your potential. Okay, you need to realize your potential as an African person, as a black person. And for those that have wisdom, as a human.
Yeah.
Because you do get some white folks out here that are a part of this freaking revolution.
Yes.
You get white folks who also denounce these times we live in of racism, of imperialism, of exploiting other nations and all this kind of crap. So even these are white folks also who are very happy that we're living in these times, who love Ibrahim Traore.
Of course, man. Because this movement that is happening on the 30th of April 2025.
You mean this protest?
Yes, the solidarity protest, the solidarity movement. It could become like something of the most largest coordinated pan-African protests in this day and age.
In this day and age.
It could become that.
I think ever.
Yeah.
Ever. Say that word again, that sentence again. The largest...
Coordinated, it's the largest coordinated protest by Pan-Africanists that could happen in this day and age.
It is. We're just going to say that it is.
Yes.
And we're going to make sure that we push that it becomes that it's... We want this to be the last movement that it will ever take, the last thing that it will take for African folks to finally get their right.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? For these freaking imperialistic countries to understand once and for all that, listen, hands off over there, that's a sovereign nation. They can do with their natural resources what they want to do with their natural resources. We want this movement to be it, to make it, to propel us into that which that we've been fighting for. We don't want to come out here and waste our time with this kind of crap again. We have things to do. We want to build. We want to be self-reliant. We want our dignity back. We want to be in control of our natural resources. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So this will be the biggest, and hopefully by the grace of God, it'll be the last time we'll have to come out here and remind you freaking imperialistic countries to keep your hands to yourselves.
Stay away.
You talk about your own freaking issues in your own freaking senates. You don't come out here and start talking about Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso, mind your own freaking business. Burkina Faso will do with Burkina Faso what Burkina Faso wants to do with Burkina Faso. You understand what I'm saying? It's not up to this freaking Michael Langley. Hey, zero respect here. Zero respect for people who are out here intruding, for intruders. This is an intruder. What the freaking hell is this intruder? This guy, for the rest of us, I told you before, and I want to say it again. Yes, sorry, I'm talkative. Can you guys keep up? Michael Langley. This is the downfall of the beginning of Michael Langley. His career is over.
He cannot show his face anywhere anymore.
We don't want to see that face. Hey, yo, we don't want to see that face. That face, hey, you, that, You see, we have a beautiful heart, huh? We are not violent. We're peaceful. If you don't have it in you to keep listening and keep hearing this tone, that's on you. But welcome to a time where the black man will be able to express himself the way that he wants to express himself, and he's not being accused of acting violent.
Yes.
You understand? We're all different out here. These people are out here saying, no, that's too violent. It's too aggressive. It's so aggressive. It's so aggressive. Shut up. Just because they are insecure, they want to make it seem as if who you are is no good.
No.
You need to act in a way that doesn't make me feel uncomfortable.
That doesn't rattle anybody else.
Yes, that doesn't make me feel small or insecure or whatever, like, or weak. If you make me feel weak, you're being violent. My friend, you have issues to sort out for yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is blackness. Like Malcolm X said. You understand what I'm saying?
It's blackness.
It's blackness. We think like this.
It's a verb.
Yes, this is blackness, man. It's pure authenticity. You understand? On myself, I'm chilled, I'm cool, I can dance, I can jump, all of that kind of thing. I speak loud, that's my tone. Relax yourself, I'm not violent. Don't confuse the two. Don't come out here, push freaking wrong narrative to say that somebody's being violent here. No, and you must also know that this is not just a movement to protest, but it's also at the same freaking time, because we're gonna make sure that there's no other way. This is a celebrating period also. This revolutionary period is also a period that we're going to come out here and celebrate at the same time. We're going to fight for it. We're going to demand it by force. And at the same time, we've won. We've already won. And at the same time, we're already celebrating. So expect different emotions out here.
Yes.
If you're too freaking sensitive because of the way you are, sorry, it's not because of my blackness.
Yes, because this is like a unique time. A special time in this moment. We are standing in solidarity globally as Africans.
Yes. Only guilty people will come out here and feel insecure when you're just being yourself. Only guilty people. Why are you calling me violent? I'm not violent. Why are you calling this hate speech? It's the truth. I want to be self-reliant. I want to be in charge of my gold. Why are you calling this, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Let me come into your house or your country or your nation, take what belongs to you by force, or let me hold a freaking Senate meeting in my own space, talk about how much you are corrupt over there and you're using your own things for your own security. So what if Burkina Faso is out here using its gold or the means of its gold, its benefit, its rewards, its gratuity to protect itself? So what? None of your freaking business. Yes. So what? It's not corruption. It's doing the needful. This is a revolutionary period. Just like Burkina Faso said, Captain Ibrahim said it on the 1st of April. This is not a freaking democracy. As a sovereign nation, as Burkina Faso, as Captain Ibrahim, somebody that's out here to revolutionize the entire race, the entire continent, it's not just Burkina Bay. You should be able to do anything you want to do with your natural resources to protect your nation, to protect yourself. There's been 20 freaking coups on this individual. Forgive him if he's using some of that gold also to tighten up his security.
Yeah.
The audacity of these freaking people. These are the same people who do anything to protect themselves.
Yeah.
But they want to come out here and accuse Captain Ibrahim Traore and saying, instead of using that gold for the good and better of the Burkina Bay people, he's using that gold and those natural resources to up his security around it.
Of course, man.
Yeah, what? You want him to remain lacking so that you can easily penetrate with your crap like you did with Patrice Lumumba. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
They can't get to him, and so now they want to start freaking accusing him of having too much security. Where'd you getting all these freaking means? From Russia? Yes, from Turkey. So what? Mind your own freaking business.
It's because of the West. That's the reason why he had to use it.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
If this freaking land is full of diamonds, I'll use some of that diamonds to give me the means to protect myself against the freaking coups that you are orchestrating here.
Yes, because he knows that he's doing something that's trying to liberate his country.
Besides the fact that it's my gold, my diamond, my cobalt, I can do whatever the freaking hell I want to do with this.
Yeah, again, it's like, it's the audacity of the West and the American people to even think that they have a say on what a country has to do with their own resources.
The thing is this. That imperialistic country wants to remain the superpowers of the world.
Yeah.
They don't want people to come out here or any other nation to come up here, especially a nation that's rich in natural resources, to forge relationships, to build alliances and get new partners out here and be so freaking strong also and to never need them. You sanction me, doesn't do a thing to me. They don't want that.
Yeah.
They want to be able to control. When we sanction you, you really feel it.
They feel like when I call, you must answer. When I say, don't do this, you must listen.
Russia is not out here taking initiative to just be a freaking monster to the whole world, policing the whole freaking world like the US sometimes does. You understand? Russia minds its own business. But Russia knows also, like anybody would, don't come and put nukes next to me. I have to protect myself here. It's for my national security. It's a freaking fair argument right there. You understand what I'm saying? But maybe it's time to freaking change superpowers a little bit. Let's see how it will be with other people.
Yeah. What if that US is not in that major position it's in now by policing the entire globe?
These ones?
Yeah.
They are out here to make sure that they remain as the superpower. When it's election time, the leader of the free world. The leader of the free world, you know how many freaking atrocities this freaking nation has committed? There's good and bad about America, but when it comes to sovereign nations, especially African nations, look at Libya. Muammar Gaddafi. You guys know the story. We don't need to go too much into that. I don't want to bore you guys with this. You know that in that 2010, 2011, when it was that other House N, by the name of Obama, what they did, they pushed this freaking narrative out there that Muhammad is bad, and they got NATO and NATO allies and all those people to commit all that freaking chaos. What do you have to show for what the crap you did in Libya? Now you want to come out here and talk about fucking Burkina Faso, and we must just keep quiet.
It's not going to happen. No.
We just need to keep quiet. The audacity that they actually have to think that people are still stupid, people are still sleeping, even in this day and age where we have this freaking social media where we can all come out here and speak our minds.
Yeah.
The audacity, the arrogance. You know what I think actually?
What?
I need another cup of coffee out here, but it's okay. You still have some there?
Yeah, I still
Let me have some. Welcome to the show. It's really authentic here. You guys have made it in this far. You've made it this far, so please. People in power, countries in power, it's not that they know, imperialistic countries, they know that what we are doing is intruding. Mm-hmm. When Michael Langley was talking like that, even those heads, those smart people in America, they know this will be seen as if we are minding their business. We are intruding.
Yes.
And we'll be called the bullies of the world. They know that. But they know that their means or their ability or the fact that they need to continue to do this to maintain that position they have on the global stage as the superpower.
Yeah.
To get all these natural resources and to impose and all that kind of thing. I believe that these imperialistic nations are now wanting us to accept that they can do whatever the hell they want to do. And it's not about freaking systems or democracies or whether it's right or wrong. You must just know that I'm not like a Museveni, for example, like a dictator. There's no difference between the imperialistic country and the imperialistic individual dictator.
Yeah.
They want to think and say, they want us to accept the fact that they can come out here, whether it's fair or not, I'm telling you what to do.
Ha.
And you people must know it, you must accept it, but you must not have the guts to come out here and try to challenge us.
No.
You know, like a father to a kid, I said, don't go out, stay home, you're grounded.
And you're not allowed to talk back.
Don't chat back. But I said, don't talk when I'm talking. Yeah. And you would walk back, the kid would walk back believing it's so unfair, I was right, it wasn't actually my fault. If only I had a chance to say that, I don't give a crap. I want to be able to know that when I say shut up, you shut up. Because that, I know that will give me the leeway to do whatever crap I want to do. So we know that we are being arrogant when we have our own freaking Senate sessions and talk about your gold. We know that we're being arrogant. We know that we don't have the right to come out here and talk about another sovereign country like that. But we're doing it anyway, and you people must freaking shut up. That's what you call imperialism.
Yes.
Instead, we're out here to let you know that your opinion doesn't matter. Yes, there's laws, international laws, and all these freaking systems that we've put in place. But at any time, we reserve the freaking right to still come out here and tell you what to do.
No way.
Yes, we know we put it in the freaking law book, but yes, you are independent. But what the hell are you doing with your gold?
Stop trying new things, man.
Yes,
Don't try to think on your own.
Yes, they want the right to be able to still come out here and act like that.
Because they're honestly scared. The West is scared because Traore is doing what he's doing for Burkina Faso, yes. But it's also the idea of what Traore represents. He's representing where Africa can be liberated. They're representing that Africa is like, no, we can do it for ourselves. And they're forgetting, again, that they are just mobilizing the youth right now.
They're not forgetting. They believe they can get away with any freaking thing on this planet. They see the outrage. The craziest part about this whole freaking mess is the fact that this has been going on like this on social media for the last 10 days to 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Where it's been Captain Ibrahim Traoré after Captain Ibrahim Traoré on all freaking social media platforms. Guess what? No freaking head of state has truly come out here to speak on it.
No
freaking mainstream media has really come out here. None of those freaking fake-ass reporters that even attend the White House to ask Trump something have even spoken on it.
No.
They pick and choose what they want to push. They pick and choose what they want to say. They know that the whole freaking world, or the black race, African folks, are upset at the imperialistic USA.
Yes.
So all those media outlets, they're thinking twice before they air this crap. You understand? It's only on social media now until after this freaking global protest that they'll have no choice but to mention it. And if they ignore it, then it becomes even more freaking obvious. Who will have the guts to actually come out here and mention these things? Trump should talk about this.
Yeah,
we should hear the name of Captain Ibrahim Traoré out of Trump. He should come out here, he should mention Trump, he should mention Michael Langley, he should talk about that freaking Senate meeting that they had where they were questioning him.
Yes.
Because of the amount of attention that this thing has already provided, has already created.
Yes, man, because no African puppet has come out and said anything against what they are trying to do with Ibrahim Traore. I've only seen Julius Malema saying something outright about it.
But that's the only Pan-Africanist head of state. Yeah, he's a head of state. Okay, South Africa. Your president is Julius Malema. You understand, huh? Let the spirit take it from the spirit.
Because Cupcake is busy.
I didn't say it.
Yeah, Cupcake is busy entertaining Zelensky. That's it.
Look, Cupcake, you have your own issues to deal with. You don't have the means or the resources to give to Ukraine. Even America is failing them miserably. And plus, you're a BRICS partner. What the hell are you doing talking to this Zelensky? Anyway, let's move away from you people. But you are right. No freaking puppet. Actually, we don't expect anything from puppets. We don't expect you puppets to come out here and denounce that crap. You are the puppets of that imperialistic countries, understand?
They don't want to rattle the boats, rattle their things, because aid has already been taken away from the US, from the African countries by the US, so they don't want to rattle any more boats.
America, stop giving aid to Africa. It's bad for us.
It's all right.
It's bad for us.
Stop
giving us aid. It's bad for us. It's bad. We don't have the leaders that would be able to handle that aid. Okay, we have corrupt puppets. So please, America, you're out here making things worse for us. Take it from the Gen Zs of Africa. Stop giving us aid. We don't need that freaking aid. All that aid is doing is continuing to fuel the freaking spirit of corruption that exists in our freaking leaders. We need to drain the swamp of this whole freaking entire African continent. And we're starting with Ibrahim Traore and Morara Kebaso. Yes, none of these puppets that are corrupt to the core. So stop giving us aid. We don't want it.
It's okay. You can keep it for yourself.
You can keep it. In fact, even Ibrahim Traore said, hey, what aid? We don't need freaking aid. Because nothing is free in this world. They give you aid to tell you what to do. Puppets, stop taking this freaking aid. William Ruto. Let's talk about this Ruto for a second, because we can't be talking puppets.
And Ruto doesn't come up.
And Ruto, it doesn't make sense. If I dare post this, the Kenyans would be on my ass. They'll be like, Patrick, come on.
I just keep really, when you mention Ruto now, I just kept on seeing that image of him at the Pope's funeral, standing with these people, and people are just walking by him like he's just another person there.
Nobody recognizes these puppets there in Rome.
Nobody could see this is an actual head of a state of a country.
Yes, really? I saw Ruto standing there. Any normal, ordinary people are just walking past.
Yeah.
My friend, you don't need all that security when you fly over there.
Like you could see even somebody was probably just bumping him on the shoulders. Sorry,
why are these guys standing here like this, man? Sorry, excuse me. You understand? Even the other one, what's his name? Daniel Chapo of Mozambique. I also saw him there. Oof, Chapo, what? You're too tall, bro. Sit down. Well, nobody knows these people in Europe. Wherever they go for these freaking international summits, these people out there, they don't give a crap.
Yes.
It's just like, why are those group of people following like that? Ooh, some other people, actually, to keep it real and to give you some authenticity, some other white folks also said, oh my God, what's going on? You say protest here? They're confusing these puppets and the entourage for a protest. It's true.
I just see a group of dark-skinned people walking behind them.
The black folks?
What's happening?
Don't like this. Puppet Ruto, you don't need all that security detail here. You're using too much money. Zakayo. So, they released BBC Africa.
Hey.
BBC Africa. Blood Parliament. Yes. President William Ruto is upset Zakayo is upset that they've released a documentary.
Yes.
You have no freaking choice. Police brutality, right there. We can all see it. Those freaking police officers came out here with the sole intentions to take out those Kenyans. Eric, hello, Eric. Yes, all rest in peace.
Yes.
There was more, but I remember Eric's story.
Yeah, because that's when they released, and they're saying they actually zoomed in on that person who did
Those
the
corrupt,
trigger.
yes, those police officers who pulled the trigger.
Yes.
Yes, that documentary shows it, huh? BBC Africa, are you mainstream?
And they took it they took their time in investigating it and seeing it. It's nice.
Look, we live in a day and age where we need to come out here and expose all this freaking chaos and conflicts and humanitarian crisis in East Congo and all these corrupt puppets and all these imperialistic countries that are out here committing chaos and intruding. All of the crap, everything must just be exposed.
Yes.
That's the only way that we'll be respected at all. You know, this revolution, we have to fight for it. Even in that Kenya, even in that Mozambique, even in Congo, even in Rwanda, all of this fighting between us needs to come to an end. That's why we Pan-Africanists, we're so happy about this movement, because for a second we're seeing how everybody's putting their own freaking selfish, freaking greedy needs or topics aside for a second.
Yeah.
It's time to unite. There's a bigger goal here. You understand? I know that you don't have freaking jobs there in South Africa, but it's not about jobs right now. There's a bigger thing to talk about here. We're talking about the black race. We're talking about Pan-Africanism. We're talking about unity. Yes. Congo, yes. East, we know. Let the people talk. We're waiting for the 2nd of May.
Yeah.
When you guys have drafted your peace agreement or whatever, we'll see. We're still on you. Rwanda, we're still on you. Some Rwandese have the freaking audacity to think as if, thank you for stop talking about us. Please talk about Ibrahim Traore. Look here. You are selective. We've been Pan-Africanist all the time, but we got our eyes on you because that freaking conflict where black folks are fighting each other does not serve this movement.
No.
This movement is about African unity. You understand?
Where we want people to stand together.
Whatever
in solidarity.
Solidarity together. It doesn't take a freaking cause for us to stand together. We should always be together. Like I said before.
Yeah.
Yes, it doesn't take a freaking Michael Langley to come out here and act like a Haas Negro for us to stand together. We should just be together. We the people, we should always be together like this, and we just keep watching these freaking corrupt puppets.
Yeah.
Not to turn our backs to these freaking puppets and fight one another as civilians.
That's just
Spirits of
basically
Afrophobia out here.
Yeah, it's when we are fighting each other as Africans, it's giving the West, the colonialists, their ammunition to say, let them be. They are destroying themselves.
Look here. It's not even let them be. They're destroying themselves. Yes, it is that. You are totally right. That's because that is the agenda. It has always been the agenda, Aline. Divide them and rule them.
Yes.
We don't want these freaking people together. We need them divided so we can rule them. We need them to fight against one another so we can come in there as the United States of America to bring peace.
Let's
okay?
Come in there like a savior.
You guys need peace. Okay. Don't worry, we'll provide security. We'll bring some missionaries in here. But what do you have here? You have minerals, huh? Oh, Congo, 24 trillion. You know, we are upwards of $30 trillion in national debt now as the US. Probably 35 million. It's going up there. You guys have more than half. Don't worry, we are here. We'll give you peace. This freaking peace that some of these countries have. Of course we want peace.
Yes.
We want peace. But don't confuse this freaking peace for true liberation.
It's
Don't
still,
confuse peace or safetyness. Don't confuse this lack of bombs for safetyness. Of course, we want peace. We don't want people to be unalive left, right, and center.
Yeah.
But look at the Cameroonians. Some Africans in certain parts of Africa are losing their lives from pathetic sicknesses, from small little freaking sicknesses, from nothing.
Yeah.
Go to, what's that place? Sierra Leone, Freetown. You remember that Kush drug? That Kush thing?
that zombie.
Okay, let's not use the word drug, my boy. Yeah, that zombie thing.
Yeah.
Kush. Desperation. Because the African folks don't have the means. They don't have employment. They are lacking. They're stressed out. They're depressed. They don't know how to live another day. So they end up doing that crap.
Yes.
That Kush drug. That Kush thing. After they take it, however they take it, they start to...
They zone out, man.
Zombie. They become zombies. They walk like this. He can be standing on the road like this. And you look at that, right? As a head of state, Julius, you know there's a Julius there also in Sierra Leone. Julius, those are your citizens. What do you think about this? Why are people... And these heads of states will still come out here and find that strange. Of course it's strange because it has gotten to that. But what's getting these people to resort to such escapes, such temporary satisfaction to escape? I don't know how to pay my freaking rent. I don't know how to buy food for my kids. I need an escape. It's too much. I'm gonna go freaking insane in this freaking place. Give me some of that.
Yeah, they want a release. They don't want to think about the stresses of life that is being created by those supposed head of states.
Yes, lack of doing, lack of leadership, lack of thinking, lack of strategizing, lack of taking care of your citizens.
Yes.
And when we want to, we have freaking langley's out here and imperialistic countries out here funding that as a freaking threat, seeing that as a threat to their freaking whatever they have over there. They want to be able to have the best. They want to be able to have sports events.
Yes.
Basketball finals, NBA finals, where the stadium is freaking full. What we call that special event? The Super Bowl.
Ooh.
Super Bowl, and it's the talk of the freaking world.
Hey, that Super Bowl.
Yes, we're gonna have what's the other thing? Any freaking normal freaking artist out here comes here and perform. Madison Square Garden is full. The UFC, all this shit. But African folks, we must just continue to watch you people
living the life
with our freaking cobalt in your smartphones. We must continue to live the life. We mustn't try to do it for ourselves. If we do so, we are corrupt.
It's threatening them indirectly.
The audacity of Michael Langley, the audacity of these imperialistic freaking countries to come out here and call us corrupt when we want to be self-reliant. The audacity of these freaking people. Unapologetically, we out here. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
We out here as Burkina Faso. Yes, I'm a Burkina Faso guy. I was born in Congo, but I'm a Burkina Faso guy. I'm an African first. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, so Burkina Faso is doing it for me. I was born in Congo, but I'm glad of what's happening in my country. You know why? Africa is one country. But the audacity of these freaking imperialistic countries to come out here and call us the only freaking head of state in Africa who's actually delivering for his people is out here to make sure that he delivers for his people. Guess what? These freaking imperialistic countries come and call him corrupt. Oh, he's not doing it for the interest of the people of Burkina Faso. They're only doing it to up their own freaking security. It's corruption. Hey, but the Burkina Faso people are out here saying, we love him. We love him.
Yes.
The Burkina Faso people are out here cleaning his pictures.
Yes, they're actually putting water, wiping your eyes.
Making sure wherever Captain Ibrahim Traoré's face is, the Burkina Faso people are, this must be clean. Sorry, let's clean here, no dust here. Makalengli, do you see that? But they still sit in the freaking Senate.
What is it with you American people? How dare you? You're not supposed to listen to the people of the country.
They don't give a crap.
Yeah.
They know.
Nothing to do with you, America.
You see, critical thinkers know the truth. Critical thinkers here in this day and age. If you're a critical thinker, you know the truth. You know that, listen, this is the truth. We know what the truth is. Why are they pushing this narrative? Why are they out here lying? That's because of what we've always said. We were right when we said they did this to Muammar Gaddafi. We were right when we said they did this to Patrice Lumumba. Yes, you know the story. And so many other people. We were always right. These ones, they don't do anything from a peacemaker position. There's always an interest there. That's why even in Congo, with this freaking minerals deal, we need to watch them.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because and you know those things that they did with Patrice Lumumba, social media was not there.
Yes, it wasn't.
Now
got away with
there's-
it.
Exactly. There's a force happening here now. There's a movement.
Whether they like it or not.
Exactly.
I have my mic in my freaking hand, and I'll be the first. I'll be one of the
Yes.
people to come out here and do the needful and say, hey, we are not sleeping. We're watching you people. We know your tactics. Obama did it in 2010. That Obama, like Trump said, was a cheerleader only. That guy is the one who did that to one of the great people of this freaking African continent in his administration, together with that crooked Hillary. They are the ones who did this to Muammar Gaddafi. So you people who are Barack Obama fanatics, what do you think about that? You're also protesting here. You can't pick and choose, huh? Hey, excuse me, you can't pick and choose here.
No, man.
It's true.
Because it's because people of Africa are awake now. The youth are awake and they are standing against what the West is doing.
Majority of them are still sleeping. They're not all getting it. And a lot of them are not watching it. That's why you guys have to share this, like this, comment, do the needful. Share it to your family members. It begins there.
Yeah.
Because most of them are still freaking sleeping down there. Most of them are still thinking about partying. Most of them are still thinking about, oh, you watch politics, but they're still the freaking first one to complain about their way of life. Your way of life begins now. You have an opportunity to change the course of the freaking future. Yes. Whether you're South African, Congolese, Nigerian, or from wherever the hell you are from, you are part of this freaking movement. You have to understand that. You have to know what this represents.
Yes.
What the Captain represents. You understand? For us Pan-Africanists, this is music to our ear. This is not only a revolutionary period, it's also a moment of celebration. You understand what I'm saying? For far too long, we've been out here quiet, cowering away, sitting down, taking a freaking beating. $500 billion in annual payment, colonial pacts to France. What the freaking hell? That shit must come to an end. How else are we supposed to be soft? You call us independence, but you know that you have freaking systems in place that keep us shackled. Look, you people. You see them? Only pure authenticity for them.
Yes.
No time to be politically correct. It's not time for that. It's time to stand up and take. Don't even fight, just take. It's time to stand up and take. What's yours? It's your gold, Burkina Faso.
Do with it to benefit your own country.
You don't
Yes.
owe anybody a freaking explanation. It's yours. You know, when you truly understand what you have, and you understand that it belongs to you, you speak differently. You're not going to come out here and sound politically correct on these issues. That's the spirit that every African individual should have right now, especially in this moment, on moving forward. Do you understand? It's not just for now. Moving forward. This is my Africa. I was born in Congo, but Kenya is my place. They love me over there. I'm going to go to Rwanda if I want to. It's my country. You understand? I'm going to go to Burkina Faso. I'm going to go to South Africa. Okay, South Africa, come down, relax. Yes, open borders. Open borders. You understand what I'm saying?
The term that black South Africans, they don't want to hear open borders.
Look, it's not about your feelings no more. You understand? We're sick and tired of this crap. We want a better future for our kids.
Yes.
For far too long, we've been called the freaking third world country. Developing nation.
Enough of that. I also want to be a first world country.
Developing nation. You need to hold your freaking leaders accountable. I want to see the people of Ivory Coast stand up. Look, Ivorians, just stand up. You should be marching also, huh? You should be especially there. We should be seeing protests every day, because the people, if they have any freaking morals, they should come out here and say, "Hey, Wataro, listen to the news.
They are talking about us, huh?
They are accusing us of being freaking sellouts out here. What do you have to say about that?" The Ivorians, we don't have any issues with you, but it's your freaking Wataro Sana or Alassane Ouattara, that puppet. You have to call him out. This was also the same freaking way I started with these freaking Rwandese. Listen, Wena, this is the sentiment about your excellency. Go out there and call him out. No, No, that's why I say you don't have any freaking morals.
Yes. No morals and no freedom of speech.
Some of them are still in the comment section here saying, you done talking about us? Shut up, it was never about talking about you. It was always about Pan-Africanism and awakening the spirit. But we know we have a lot of work to do there. Don't worry, we're still here. Some parts of Africa will be very easy to get to speak to those particular folks, and they get it. They are open-hearted. They are willing to learn, to live and learn. And some will be a little bit hard. We don't expect everybody to come out here and have wisdom. Do you understand what I'm saying? Some of these kids are rebellions, are rebels. So we need to, we have a lot of work to do as Pan-Africanists. But anyway, in due time, we'll see. But the Captain Ibrahim Traore is here.
Yes, the time is now.
The time is now.
Fully supporting him.
Yes, and always, and hopefully this is the beginning of a change. Huh? That's what it's about. It's the beginning. We want a change. We want to put a freaking end to all the freaking misery and poverty in Africa while we sit on gold. We have too much gold out here.
Well, we sit on those golden thrones.
You're sitting on gold,
yes,
but you don't have any money. And those that don't have gold keep coming to steal your gold.
And still continue to tell you what to do.
Jipota.
Hey.
Yes. Anywho, thank you very much for joining us, guys. Until next time.